We acknowledge that Tri-Cities Community Television operates on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coquitlam First Nation. We thank the Coquitlam who continue to live on these lands and care for them along with the waters and all that is above and below.
Tri-Cities Community TV presents coverage of Tuesday Talks, put on by the Wilson Centre Seniors Advisory Association and held at the Port Coquitlam Community Centre.
Thank you all for coming. My name is Royce Shook, and I'm going to start the proceedings. We're going to start by talking about the program, but when I walk into a room, I can usually tell if it's just another gathering or the beginning of something meaningful, and I think it feels today like a beginning. I want to welcome everybody here, our community partners, caregivers, volunteers, members of the public, our board members, and those who helped bring this idea to life. Your presence says something important about the kind of community we have and are building together in Port Coquitlam. This program began with us listening, the board listening. Over time, many of us in the Wilson Center board kept hearing the same themes from caregivers. Stories of deep love and commitment, also of isolation, exhaustion, and uncertainty. Caregivers told us that they don't always know where to turn or whether what they are doing and feeling is normal. At the same time, people with early stage dementia told us they wanted to stay connected, stay creative, and stay a part of the community, but struggled to find spaces where they could feel truly welcome. What we came as a board to understand was this: caregivers and the people they support don't need separate solutions. They need shared space. A place where support, dignity, creativity, and connections can exist together. So that came up with that understanding, led us to the Caregiver Support Hub and the Dementia Art and Music Program. The program is built on a simple idea that community care works best when it is welcoming, practical, and grounded in relationships. It brings caregivers and their loved ones together in the same space, offering peer support, practical learning, and moments of joy through music and creative expression. It also reflects something important about Port Coquitlam. This is a city that values inclusion, connection, and aging in place. Supporting caregivers strengthens families and neighborhoods and the entire community. None of this happens without partnerships. We are grateful to the POCO Foundation who make this program possible. Funding this program does not just cover the costs. It signals trust and belief in both the community and being served and the organizations that doing the work. Thank you to the Adult Cognitive Center for their expertise, leadership, and collaboration from the very beginning. Their evidence-based and compassionate approach has shaped every part of the program and today's talk and introduction. Thank you as well to the Terry Fox Library and the City of Port Coquitlam for their ongoing commitment to community well-being and inclusive spaces, and to the Alzheimer's Society for standing with us in our shared understanding that dementia care is a community responsibility, not an individual responsibility. I also want to recognize the people behind the scenes who helped write some of the grant and shape the ideas. Grant writing takes patience, collaboration, and care. The work of the people who were helping ensured this program stayed focused and what matters most to me and the people that the program will serve. To our board members and our volunteers, thank you for your trust, your questions, and your willingness to support something new. And finally, if there are any caregivers here today, whether you care for a partner, a parent, a friend, or a neighbor, thank you. The program exists because of you and will continue to grow by listening to your voices. Today is just not a launch, it's an invitation to connect, to learn, to share, and to walk this journey together. Thank you for being part of the beginning, and we're very glad that you're here. Thank you. I'm going to introduce Massey from the Cognitive Wellness Center, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the program.
Hello everyone. As introduced Massey, I'm with the Dementia Day program, or called Adult Cognitive Wellness Center. And I'm so grateful for this partnership to bring this program here. All these happen in the same room. I remember 2024, Wilson Senior Society had a big event over there. And I had a table as a provider here. And everybody, the board member, I believe 4 or 5 of them walk over there, ask me, what you guys do? When they hear the story behind the Adult Cognitive Wellness Center, helping senior in the community, they said, we want to bring you guys here in the city. I remember Rose Day, somebody called Rose. He came over to the table, and 4 or 5 other, and then we talk with the city people, they come to the table. And they plan everything. They invite us to their meeting. They said how we can help to bring to the Port Coquitlam this program to help the senior in our community to have a dementia-friendly day program. Because when people is coming here, a little bit cognitively declined, you don't feel safe to come. Because when you don't know, and you understand very well like the other people, you just, what you do, you stop back. You don't want to go to somewhere you feel you're gonna make a mistake. That's why what's happened to our senior, a little bit decline, they stay home. I don't wanna go, I don't feel to go out, they stay home. This program, they decided to bring 4 people with the partnership of the city of Port Coquitlam. Then they plan everything, we have space here to have a day program for dementia. That is the program, they usually family drop the person with the dementia or cognitively decline, and they can go to swimming, they go exercise, they can yoga, lots of amazing things offering here. That is a respite and well deserved for the caregiver do whatever they want. We offer every Wednesday with here in this building. After that, we were doing this program, we had a meeting with city, and they said, let's try to hear what the family they want again, and with the senior advisory. We invite the family with the dementia, and they come here and talk. That was exactly 2025, February. We have a get-together here, and family walk here. I remember exactly the day the person walked. 3 couple was over there, not lots of people show up. But some people, when they come, what they tell us, they change everything. One lady showed up and said, I heard about this program yesterday. And I diagnosed with the cognitive decline and Alzheimer 2 days ago. I was lost. I didn't know what to do. And when the order she come, you correct me if not, and she started to talk. We said, that is a safe place, you can talk. Tell what's going on. And she started talking non-stop about the fear she had, about I don't know what what's she gonna do with the family, everything. So that was a plan. If the advisory team, they were over there. You were over there and a couple of more. And they said, let's go create something like that. Again, to help people can come talk, safe place. Nobody judge them. They can share what they're going through and what they want to hear. After that, thanks to Senior Advisory and City of the Port Coquitlam, they come together with this amazing family caregiver hub. That is all about. Yeah, that is a 3 program, all related and all supporting family with the dementia or earlier stage. You don't want to do anything, you want to drop as a respite, you come Wednesday here, register, and you can leave your family or loved one with the program. They do the lots of activity, and you can go. You want to go sleep, go sleep. You want to go to the swimming exercise, all free. But the musical cafe is we're gonna do last Friday of the month. That is the family caregiver is come with the person with the dementia or early stage of the cognitive. Because when the family start to be a caregiver, they forgot about how much fun and how much they can have a conversation or doing other things together. I remember with Vera, we had the dementia cafe in the Langley. Family came and said, we didn't dance for 25 years. After they forgot, they get engaged in the cognitive care, being a caregiver, they forgot about the fun. This dementia musical cafe, singing for brain, that is the part. Family with the person with dementia, they come together, they start to learn how to have fun together. They remember God. That is the part we want they do together. Socializing, again, we're gonna have a coffee and cookie, thanks for funding and everything. And that is the part, once a month. Again, but they saw the need, family caregiver time to just come and talk, hear other people what they are going through. That is the part they create the family caregiver support group. That is happened once a month again. The one, you don't need your person with the dementia be there. You come and in small group, you can share. You can share with other people what you're going through, what you need. Or somebody like, we have a professional, Karen Tyler, gonna be over there, she can guide you. Or anybody's over there, we all help each other to go through this path. It's not easy. They said take one village to just go with, deal with the dementia. One person with dementia affects 100 people in the family, all over, because everybody is worried, affecting their life. That's why we want to make sure there is enough one village here for you guys. Family caregiver support, dementia cafe, musical cafe, and day program for people with the. But during the family support group, because we know lots of people, they don't have a respite to just come to program, to come to family support. What they gonna do to their loved one? That's why we decided this program run same day we have a day program here. You can come and drop the person with your loved one, with a mother, father, sister, what. You can drop over there and go sit and talk with the other people without worried. We make sure the team, they're gonna take care of them, they're gonna have a cognitive activity, exercise, coffee, and you can sit in the small group, family support group, and just go through whatever you want. Any question, sometimes only we need talk. Yesterday I was visiting one family in home, and she only wanted to talk. She cry and talk because she want to share. Nobody understand. My husband I asked him, I have a hip surgery, and asked him to give me water. He cannot even give. I was crying. It's a big deal. Maybe he said, oh, what? But it's a big deal. He said, now, one time I need my husband. He's not here for you. I said, he has dementia. He can. He's a big guy. He walk here. Nobody can believe it. He has it. Walk and talk, laugh. But he doesn't remember if you ask him to give you the water. He said, I'm a walker, and I want to have a water in my hand. I cannot walk with the walker and water, but my husband cannot give. I'm tired, just crying. That is a small. When she told me, she cried, she gets a little bit calm. That's why this group is just come and share. We just tell you and the team and everybody helping each other. That's why that is always come, because my dad had a dementia. I go through all the pain. When we see the pain, we find the medicine. That is the medicine. All these programs come from senior society. Just bring the medicine to this here. Have some solution for the problem we have in the community. And I am so grateful to be part of that one. Thank you guys. Thank you for the City of the Port Coquitlam and Coco Foundation and Library. Thank you.
We We have time for questions if people would like to ask Massey any questions about what they've heard or get some clarification. That would be great.
It was 10 years ago when this happened with my husband. There was nothing to help. I would have liked, well, I got my husband enrolled in a program so that I could go on. I needed it. And I was told by the Alzheimer's Society, don't cancel any of your things that you're involved in because it's a slippery slope. They were right. I missed all my friends. I missed all bridge games, all kinds of things. It was terrible. So this, to me, is fantastic. And I just hope we can build and build and build.
It's going to build up as you guys, they mentioned, you share. Because if you have a living in the apartment, take the poster. People living with the dementia, Alzheimer's, they are busy. They cannot even come out of the home to just know what's going on in community. Yeah, you couldn't come outside because you were busy to be a caregiver. You forgot about anything to come. That is the reason behind the bring it to program, drop, and go see and have a coffee with your friends. That is all about. Connect again. Because it's socializing cognitively help us. And we forgot about at least 2 hours what's going on in our life. We talk, laugh. If you hear I'm doing same path, but worse than you, yeah, you can say, okay, at least, yeah, the other people, they have the same problem. I'm not alone. When you come here, look at lots of people sitting here. 1 hour, 2 hours, please feel free. Just anytime you find anything, come out. If you even have a person with a cognitive decline, just bring it. Just sitting in the lodge and have a coffee. That's all you need. Connection, connection, connection.
Right now, I'm going to suggest we take a break. There are posters over there, and there are some people waiting out. Remember I said people don't want to come in when they're at the front? So we're going to take about a 5-minute break. And the next presentation is about Vera, and she's going to talk about music and how it affects the brain. But just so you know, and I was told this, all of our programs that we offer are on our website, wilsonseniors.ca. So if you need to know what programs we are running and what's going on, we have the programs on the website. We also will have a connection. I will put a link on our YouTube channel to the TV so you can relive the wonderful experience you're having today.
Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Yeah? Wonderful. Thank you, every single one of you, for showing up, because you're not only here for your own health benefits, but potentially for other people. I'm going to share some of our programs later on at the end of the presentation. Perhaps today would have inspired you to volunteer. Someone brought up volunteer. I love volunteers. We do have the monthly music cafes. I'm going to tell you about it at the end of the presentation. You could volunteer for that. Okay, thank you everyone for coming. I wanted to, before introducing myself, I also wanted to thank the City of Port Coquitlam, the beautiful community center here, and every single one of you, because we're also here because it's January. January is Alzheimer's Awareness Month. And how that could relate to you is 2 ways. One, which I just said, if what today inspires you to want to be a part of volunteering other people's paths to holistic wellness, we would love to hear from you afterwards. And the second way is that what I'm going to present to you today, the power of music and its health benefits. Research has been done, and it's a plethora of research results, that not only does the power of music activities increase your wellness, but it's also preventative of risk factors to having health conditions such as Alzheimer's and dementia. So, win-win. All right, I'll go back. Okay, so my name is Vera, and that was Massey that you heard earlier. We're from the Adult Cognitive Wellness Center. I say that slowly because that is the longest title I've worked for. It's the Adult Cognitive Wellness Center. Massey is the program director, and I'm one of the recreation leads of our programs. And I also do outreach, these fun presentations about educating people about wellness, holistic wellness, and what are some things we do in our programs. Today is a very powerful one, music. I would say at least 80% of my activities are directly or indirectly using music. So I'm going to be talking about that. Ooh, I like that response, thank you. Okay, so a bit about myself and about the company. So I've had the honor of being in this field for 11 years, working with older adults, various backgrounds, ages, different health conditions, but predominantly cognitive decline and the umbrella of dementia. And the honor I've had, though, is seeing, after spending time with them, and in this company, adult cognitive wellness programs, seeing every week, every single day, I see on my clients' faces the joy, the glow that comes across, the meaning, the accomplishment in life, the sense of self, sense of belonging, every single time, because the activities that I'm going to be sharing with you today are all evidence-based. They are too busy having fun to know the science behind it, but they are succeeding and flourishing, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. A bit about Adult Cognitive Wellness Center. We have weekly programs pretty much every day, Monday through Saturday. We're at different cities, almost all the cities in Lower Mainland and some in Fraser Valley. And the reason for that is so that we could be accessible, be in your city, be in your neighborhood, and you could come to the 2.5-hour programs. We have morning, afternoon programs. And a bit about our mission is to provide cognitive stimulation programs using evidence-based practices, which is what I'm going to be dominantly sharing with you today, to help improve or maintain cognitive function and overall holistic wellness for our clients while providing respite opportunities and support for their family caregivers. I have a genuine interest, curiosity, and passion for older adults. I really do. And I've had the privilege of serving them and working with them, getting to know them, bringing joy out of their lives. And I hope I can do that with you today, sharing about the power of music. I highlighted holistic wellness because there are 5 domains of wellness for us as humans. It's not just cognitive brain games that we do. We do all 5 domains of wellness. That's physical, cognitive, emotional, social, and spiritual. Spiritual meaning as in your spirit, your sense of self. So what we try to do in our programs is do activities, evidence-based, that touches upon 2 or more of the 5 domains of wellness. And that's what I'm also presenting to you, the power of music. Music is one of the few activities that actually can do all 5 of those domains of wellness. So I'm just wanting to excite you about that first. Okay. So I'm going to be going over the power of music. And just to clarify, what I'm presenting to you is based upon a plethora of research on the health benefits. And it is referring to active music, not passive music. Passive music is when you're just sitting there, no action, no activity, and you're listening to a random song that has no meaning to you. Active music is when you're actively responding to music that has meaning to you, which I'm going to go over in this presentation. And it's things like singing along, clapping, tapping, dancing, moving, even memory recall, which you'll see is crucial for our lives. Memories, having memory recall. I'm going to go over the 7 capacities of health benefits from the power of music. I could bore you with a lot of science and researchy words, and my original presentation was like that, and I looked at it and thought, oh my goodness, that's just going to go over your head. What's the point? I'm going to do a more personal inspiration and empowering to you by sharing with you through the 7 capacities either testimonies of clients who are successful in our programs with that capacity, or an activity with you to give you the personal inspiration about using power of music in your life. Okay. I'm going to do an activity with you that I normally do in my programs, especially when there's a new member joining us. So what I'm going to do with you, is a different place of memory, a stronger memory than this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sing hopefully a familiar song to you, the first few words. If you know what I'm singing, I'm going to ask that you join with me together and sing with me, just a few songs, okay? All right. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, what will be, will be. This one's an oldie but a goodie, let's see. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Oh, no, no, don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching. See you guys. I wish I could do all day with you. What happens if you notice some of you were swaying, some of you were kind of ready to clap, some of you were going to break out and dance. So just keep that in mind. That's the power of music. Okay. So, power of music. I have it down here organized 7 capacities of health benefits from the power of music. Music is engaging. Music is emotional, physical, synchronous, or it causes synchronicity, personal, social, and persuasive. So again, I'm going to go through each one. Either I want to describe it, and then either I'm going to share a client testimony, or I'm going to do an exercise kind of like what I just did. Okay, first one, music is engaging. Did you know music engages multiple functions, multiple areas of your brain at the same time? It has the ability to activate more parts of your brain than any other stimulus. It activates your visual, your emotions, your cognitive, and your coordination. It is a more whole brain experience than most other activities. That's why my programs have at least 80% it's music, directly or indirectly, and predominantly from my clients' long-term memory. Music improves memory performance, and I just mentioned about long-term memory. So, did you know that with regards to our brains that process music, those parts, as well as those parts that process long-term memories, those stay strong through your older adulthood. Even it's the last parts to be touched by cognitive decline or even Alzheimer's. So if they stay strong throughout your older adulthood, why not play music from your long-term memory? Why not add that to activities that you already do in your daily life? It also unlocks nonverbal and verbal communication, especially when language skills, social skills get impaired. And music can be also a bridge when words are just not accessible. And also, when we did that singing exercise earlier, you know, that's what I do in my program, especially if it's a new member, because it's frustrating not being able to remember things and having loss of memory, loss of self. But I always point out to them, in fact, one of my groups, the most we sang was 22 songs. And I pointed out to them, I said, how is it that we have memory problems, but yet you knew the words of almost all the songs that we just sang? Because you didn't sing from here, you sang from here. This is the spirit domain of wellness. You know, even though there's health conditions, you know, brain diseases that affect our memories, the good news, it'll never touch your spirit. It'll never touch who you are. And those are the kind of activities that we do in our programs, and is predominantly from the power of music. Next, music is emotional. Did you know that music can elicit not only rich emotions, but rich memories? It can elicit the same emotions that were experienced at the time of the memory. In older adulthood, as I had sort of implied earlier, short-term memory gets challenged. It just does. But the good news is that your long-term memory, no matter how old you are, your long-term memory stays very, very strong. Researchers use this term reminiscence bump. That means the time period that your long-term memory is the strongest. It's roughly childhood, like 7 years old, all the way to late 20s, up to 30 years old. That's why I have plenty of music, hundreds of different songs from my clients' long-term memory, that reminiscence bump period. So I encourage you to do the same. And it also, music can reconnect with personal history, emotions, because why is this important? Because your emotions, your memories are a part of who you are. They're a mirror reflection of your sense of self. The best example I can think of for music being emotional is Stan. So Stan is a guy in our Tuesday group, and we're playing music bingo, which my groups love music bingo, because I'm playing music from their reminiscence bump here, the long-term memory. But there was one time we played, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the game, Stan just puts his hands on the table. I'm like, Stan, what's wrong? What's wrong? Is something okay? He's like, that song. Turn it higher, turn it higher. Okay, I'll turn it up. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain, telling me just what a fool I've been. And he's just like, that song. That was our wedding song. I remember. And I was like, Stan, are you kidding me? Is this what you played? He goes, yeah, I remember. I hired a band, and I surprised my new wife at our wedding, and I had the band play our song, the song when we first met, the song we first danced to. And that not only just ended there, it opened up a whole bunch of memories that he just thought he had forgotten. Just wonderful moments at the wedding. Beautiful and funny stories about his marriage, and we were all laughing, and some of us were crying too. But that didn't stop there either. That made other people in the group start remembering their wedding song, or first date, or this and that memory. And all of a sudden, what was an innocent music bingo game, just one song opened up a half an hour of memories that these folks thought they had forgotten. The glow on their face, the sense of self that came out was priceless, incredible. Music has the ability to change mood and has a positive effect to well-being with optimistic, joyful emotions. Music is physical. Did you know that music is actually a physical stimulus to our bodies because it activates the motor areas of our brain? Music, especially ones that are meaningful to you, particularly long-term memory, it makes us want to clap, tap, sing, move, dance, and recall memories. And did you know that combining music with movement can improve, researchers have proven, improve older adults' physical abilities and is more beneficial than exercise alone? Do you remember I was talking about Stan and the wedding song? That was Stan in the video too. His wife actually recently wrote me a quick letter to talk about his results from coming to our program. So I'm just going to read it. It's a brief letter. His wife wrote, Stan looks forward to attending the Adult Cognitive Wellness Program each and every week. The music component in the program has helped him maintain a positive attitude. In thinking about it, I realized that Stan has lost the ability to engage in many of his favorite pastimes, such as art, fishing, or golf. But he can still sing the words to every old song he listens to, and can still drum to rhythms. Well, okay, maybe not quite on the beat, but he never could. Then, when he's given the opportunity to dance as well, he's all in. From what he tells me, every moment he has, he tries to teach the others one or two of his jive moves. So in addition to giving him pleasure, music also gives him confidence that he can still participate in something fun. It helps him relax and be more social. And it allows him to be a teacher, which was a profession he excelled in and loved. Stan was an art teacher for 32 years, and he inspired hundreds of kids with art and expressing the self. In my opinion, I feel like the program he attends, he comes to our programs, it's a reward back to him to give his self back. All right, next, music is synchronous, or it creates synchronicity in us. Just as music stimulates us to move, it also stimulates us to move in rhythm with a group of people. Dancing or drumming in a group, researchers have proven that that releases endorphins and neurochemicals in us that are responsible for feeling social bonding and empathy, which is crucial. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all human. It doesn't matter what age we are, background, health conditions we may or may not have. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're actually meant to be in relationship with other people, in community with other people, and we're meant to be active. Music also, believe it or not, helps reduce pain. Oh, that's my personal favorite, because I don't like pain. And music gets us moving, gets us to be in a group with others, and it happens to reduce pain because it increases our wellness and joy. Music improves flexibility, mobility, gait or balance, muscle endurance, and executive function. These are crucial, especially in older adulthood, to have in the longevity. Next, music is personal. Speaking of music, so I had mentioned that music brings out memories. It brings out a sense of familiarity and a sense of memories and recall. Why is that important? Because your memories are a mirror reflection to yourself. It's who you are. So music has the ability, it's a catalyst for bringing people together and enhancing community experience. As humans, we need that. Through sharing and listening to memories, which brings out ourself, and we are being seen and we're able to see each other's selves, that also creates a group identity. And why is that important? Because that fosters sense of belonging. That is a crucial human need, a sense of belonging. All right. Last one, music is persuasive. What that means is that music has the capacity to reinforce, to change, to inspire, to empower us, to increase motivation, optimism, and quality of life. It has the ability to boost mood and reduce anxiety, agitation, confusion. These are real states of mind for people, especially if they're in social isolation or they're not being active. But music has the ability to change that around. And they can give you a calmer mood, calmer mind, which then, as researchers have said, gives you more focus, more memory retention, memory recalls, and engagement with other people. I hope today it give you some inspiration and some personal experience to how much music can affect our holistic wellness and our joy in life. Music can stimulate multiple areas of the brain, unlike any other stimulus. And especially for things like movement, language, memories, emotions. These are incredible important things for us as humans. And particularly in older adulthood, this keeps us alive and just really enjoying and having a better quality of life. These are also things that are critical to maintaining cognitive function over long periods of time. All right. So I'm going to show you some different activities that we're going to do. Oh, good, we have the poster for that. Singing for the Brain Musical Cafe. I'm going to show you what kinds of different things we're going to do each month. Group singing. Researchers have proven that singing in a group versus singing by yourself has reported better quality of life, better cognition, and a better joy in life. Rhythm, but there's actually research proven doing group rhythm, things like clapping and tapping and snapping, has improved a person's holistic wellness, particularly cognitive. Movement, dance moves, maybe bring back those 50s dances. Musical instruments, high research on the health benefits, particularly drumming. So I'm going to try to do some drumming classes with them, work with ukuleles, tambourines, make rainmakers. There's something very healing about rainmakers. And musicals, to go over different musicals, Singing in the Rain, Wizard of Oz, all the different ones. And maybe, depending on the group, try on some costumes, try on some moves from that actual, try being Gene Kelly for 5 minutes. We're going to do some of that. So we're hoping to do that with the monthly music cafes, that by November, maybe you can come back and see what they have what they could present to you, whether it be a group song, maybe it's a number from one of the musicals. It'd be nice to have you there to see what they've accomplished, and show a sense of their expression of themselves and their group identity to you. Would love, if you are interested to being a volunteer for this music cafe, would love to hear from you afterwards. A bit about our programs. We have weekly programs, again, like I said. The success that comes out of these groups is, I couldn't ask for a more rewarding career, to be honest. So if you know someone, or you yourself thinks that you could benefit from one of our programs, come talk to us and grab some information. We also have one-to-one. Come talk to us if you're interested or you know someone who could benefit of that service. There's a registration with that. All right. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out. As my mom said,